Yeah! YouTube, what up? Welcome to another edition of Wrestling with Watts, and I'm Watts. I want to talk to y'all for a minute. I want to talk to y'all about Evolution 2.0, the second all-women's pay-per-view that's going to be taking place next weekend in Atlanta, Georgia. And I want to just say one thing, full transparency, full honesty, straight from the horse's mouth. Triple H does not care about the women's division. Hell, WWE doesn't care about the women's division. TKO does not care about the women's division. It's obvious, painfully obvious, like it's disgustingly obvious. For starters, how the hell do we have a woman who won the Women's World Championship a couple months back, defended it at WrestleMania successfully, and she has not been able to defend her title in 2 months? We haven't seen the title be defended in 2 months since WrestleMania. I'm trying to understand in what world does that even make sense for real. We got a 2.5 hour show of Raw every Monday night, and you mean to tell me you can't even put her in a title match? You can't have her defend the title, let alone PLEs. 2 or 3 PLEs has went by, probably more than that, has went by since WrestleMania. And you mean to tell me Io Sky can't defend her title? I'm not really understanding. I'm a little confused. Maybe somebody can help me. Somebody in the back over there could, point me in the right direction as to what the hell is going on. And we finally get a date as to when Io Sky will be defending her world championship. And guess who she's going up against? Rhea Ripley. Again, they're about to just Rhea Ripley us to death, man. I'm not really... There's so many other women on the roster that would have made more sense than Rhea Ripley. Niggas could have threw Rhea Ripley into the Intercontinental Championship race. That's ultimately what they should have done. I'm not really getting it, but it is what it is. You got so many people. You have Stephanie Vaquer. If this PLE is something that y'all don't care about that much, WWE, because you're certainly treating it that way. But if it's something that you're going to put together with duct tape, at least give the rub to somebody who actually deserves it. Not to say Rhea Ripley doesn't deserve any W's, deserve any respect, deserve any admiration, but we've seen this already. This is a Raw main event right here. A Monday Night Raw main event that we've seen like 3 or 4 times. We've seen this multiple times. Give somebody else an opportunity. We can, what we got? We got Kairi Sane. We got a returning Asuka. A returning Asuka that I understand she just now lost to Jade Cargill in the Queen of the Ring. And I think that, and I hope that WWE's end goal is a triple threat match between Io Sky, Kairi Sane, and Asuka for the championship at SummerSlam. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just not that good at booking stuff because, the ideas that I do have, they don't come into fruition. If it does come into fruition, it's because it's as predictable as the sunrise. Nobody on that creative team really be thinking on their toes, and that's simply the problem. Because we're getting Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky for like the 80th time. If this is supposed to be a PLE that y'all care about, that y'all are pushing hard, we could have gotten so many... if you wanted Rhea Ripley in the match so bad, you could have made a triple threat. You could have did a fatal 4-way if y'all that afraid of her eating the pin. And I low-key fear that Rhea Ripley's going to get that championship again at Evolution, but I truly hope that does not happen. But where's the logic here? Y'all was just now championing everybody. They was just now championing Stephanie Vaquer and moving like she's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And you mean to tell me y'all not going to give her the rub? Y'all not going to give her the rub? They're already handling her main roster call-up bad. If you asking me, they're ruining it already by not giving her enough opportunities to have matches and continue to prove herself. Yes, she's over. She's already one of the most over superstars in the WWE or the women's main roster. You know what I'm saying? So that's already an opportunity that they could have used to build on top of it. Back in the day, if it was a blue chip or rookie or something like that that's new to the main roster scene and things of that magnitude, they usually put them next to the world champion, the big fish, the top dog. And though they don't necessarily win the match, they put on a valiant effort and gets the crowd to jump out their seats and, clap for them. And then that's how you make made superstars. This is how you make new stars. But they're not in the business of making new stars, at least not for the women's division. It's just Triple H looking at a muscle mommy and being like, you know what? She reminds me of China. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm getting from any of this, because she gets pushed to the moon, and granted, she's good enough to get pushed to the moon. But you know who else could have benefited from this? Maybe a Roxanne Perez. Maybe you take a risk and throw another muscle mommy in there. Why not Raquel Gonzalez? Even though she just now won the tag team titles. But why not have her work double duty? The obvious answer was Stephanie Vaquer. That was the obvious answer. And they didn't even get that right. Unless they're saving it for SummerSlam. But I don't know. I don't expect anybody to get anything right. Or maybe they have Io drop the title to Rhea, and then we get Stephanie. Stephanie versus Rhea. A 18-year-old with a bunch of sex drives dream match. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we get that. I don't know. But it's already shaping up to be a mediocre PLE, and we haven't even gotten there yet. They didn't even finish the match card. They didn't even that's another thing. I'm tired of them putting together match cards in 2 weeks. Back in the day, and I'll be aging myself. I know I'll be aging myself, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, you know what? I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn no more. Back in the day, when it was a PLE or a pay-per-view, they had at least 3 weeks to build upon this, and we already knew which matches was coming. You know what I'm saying? It's just, that's what I mean by when I say they be putting these cards together with duct tape and be expecting them to stick. They don't get any reactions. They're not over. And it's like, yo, of course they're not getting over, genius. You're not giving them opportunities to get over. That's why when a Zelina Vega comes out, it's crickets. That's why when a Lyra Valkyria comes out, it's crickets. Because you're not giving people enough time to grow. You're just throwing them into the fray. And then once they end up in obscurity, then you're like, we tried. Come on, bro. If you care, Triple H, I'm talking to you. If you care about the women's division the way you say you care about the women's division, you'd book a better card for the women's division. Straight like that. Nobody cares about Tiffany Stratton. And that's the real God honest truth. But ladies and gentlemen, maybe I'm crazy. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. I think that they're handling this terribly, but they've been handling PLEs terribly for the last year and a half. Year and a half. Yo, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like and subscribe. I appreciate y'all. I'm sweating. You see, this is the dedication right here. I'm going hard. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for continuing to push this with me and growing this channel with me. We almost at 700 subs. Like I said, don't matter if it's 700, 70, 750,000. I'ma still be here with y'all. But yo, I'm out. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace.